Combining all of those skills together, the art and the science, the thinking and the doing, was what resulted in the exceptional result.
What's going on, my fellow YouTube traders? Today is Thursday, February 21st, and what I want to do is go over a shift in momentum trade that we had today towards the later part of the trading day, and what it looks like on the order flow and how I executed this trade. I wanted to show you guys how I got into this trade and why I got into the trade. So let's just do a quick recap. All day we were pretty much trading below open. We were in a gap down. We had a lot of just balance back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There was delta went from positive, negative. We had some, basically we had a battle, both sides absorbing each other's trades, and then we finally got buyers to start pushing up. We broke above open, and then we broke the day's high, and then what happens is we had failure to continue that high. We couldn't even finish and try to get towards the gap close, or the 27.87, which was yesterday's settlement. And so then we fall back in range. We trade below open, and then we get this sell off right here, which you guys will see on my video, and we fall back out of yesterday's range. So this right here is a shift in momentum. You can see here volume picked up a lot, and when I see this, I'm looking for a place to get in and then continue the wave of selling. So this is just going to be a quick video for me to show you how I look at this trade, how I got in. So we got this push down here, right? We got 43,000. We have 43,000 contracts traded on this rotation down of 9.25 points. I'm looking for the counter rotation up, and then what I'm looking for is where do buyers start to slow down? Where does the pace of tape start to slow down? And I want to start getting into a short. Now ideally, the way I would get this on my regular trading is I would get short, some at one area, then get short a little bit more, and then a little bit more as I see this continuing up, and then I'm looking for the flush down. We didn't get that today, but I wanted to at least get into one trade, and then I would definitely just scale into the trade. If we started pushing up above all this volume right here, and then could not fall back out of range, then this trade would have been a scratch. But you have all this low volume node right here, this LVN as protection. You have this high volume area as protection here. So it's if you can't scale in and you only get 1, 2, 3, 4 contracts in, at least you have something on. But in this video, I just put one in, and then I move the brackets around just to kind of show you guys the execution and the timing of the trade. So let's play this video. So we got the push down. Now we're coming back up, right? Good volume. Pace of trade is slowing down. So you see me hover right here over 72.25, and I'm just watching. You see the trade slow down. There was just a stop in lifting off after 72.50. So I'm trying to get in at 72.25 for my first entry, and then if this goes higher, you'll see me move these brackets right now. If this goes higher, then I would like to scale in, and then I'm probably wrong. Well, I know I'm wrong above these 76s. So I moved the stop, and now I'm just assessing the trade. Okay, they were having a hard time lifting to 72 halves. Do they attempt now to lift 72 halves, or is that seller still hold the offer and then start pushing back down? So you see some liquidity coming in here, these white bars on the Jigsaw platform, right here at 70 where my exit is, but you'll see that I'll move that because I'm really looking for this trade to, once it gets back down here, is to have a quick burst down. I'm looking for at least a little bit of a flush into 68 halves, 68s, as all those people who bought earlier are going to get stopped out. So right here, the trade's really slow. Today was really, I mean, not today, but just in general, this past couple weeks, it's just been a slow trade. But you'll see here, so look, they tried to lift into 72s, they even went 72 half bid, and just instantly somebody came down and pushed and swept the bids and pushing down. You see here we have an iceberg order, only 143 showing, but we traded 666, contract 670. So there's somebody here who's reloading. You see right here this little white area, you guys can see right here there's a little bit of liquidity coming in. So there I moved my order just a little bit. I'll move it again because that's not exactly where I wanted it. I'm expecting a little bit of a flush, but right here I'm just paying attention to the tape. You know, there's a lot of volume that went off here. You know, VPOC shifted. Most contracts traded at this price at 72.25. That's my entry. So what I'm trying to assess here now is, all this volume built up, is it going to dissipate lower? Are they going to chop around here, hold it, and then start holding above 72.50s and start rotating this back up? If they do that, I will then look to add and then assess how the trade is right here. If they just continue just to go bid up, then I'm just going to blow out of the trade because I'm wrong. There was no continuation. I did not see any news on this drop. So here I switched screens just to kind of see where is the liquidity coming in. Again, this is the Jigsaw platform, and then this charting software is Investor RT, or Linsoft is the name of the charting platform. So you can see here, you know, if this drop happened and buyers were really anticipating this or licking their lips saying, oh man, these are cheap prices, we're going to rip this right back up, then this shouldn't be this slow, right? The pace of the trade shouldn't be to where buyers push and then they just stall. They completely stalled out. That means that there's no real buying, in my opinion, and that sellers are just absorbing, and they're just waiting to fill the contracts and then take this lower once whoever's trying to buy this bottom gives up. So we'll speed this trade up just a little bit here because it takes a while. So, you know, the 72 halves held, we pushed back down. As we're rotating down, we're still getting buying, right? We have a positive buy side delta divergence. You know, this has my attention, but again, we're not just rotating back down and it's pushing right back up. So at this point, I'm not really worried about the trade. All that buying right now is starting to dissipate. You can see here, sellers are starting to step in. This is starting to look good. Someone's, you know, bringing in some liquidity here at 70.50, and earlier on 70.50s where it was a tough area. I believe it was a double bottom earlier on in the trade in the day. So I expected some stuff to happen here around 70.50, 70. But my intent is that we had aggressive selling here, and I'm going to look for the second wave to come down and really stop everybody out in this area right here, and hopefully get 68s. So we'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit more. So we had aggressive selling here. They failed on that first attempt. Rotating back up, where do we stop? 72.50s again. They couldn't lift above 72.50. So now we look to see, okay, they failed again at 72.50. Are they really going to drop this, or is this going to be some chop, push up a little bit more, then fail, or push up, hold, and then rip everybody who shorts face off? That I don't know, so I'm just assessing this trade. It's really slow. If I wanted to be aggressive, I could be really selling here into the 71.25, 71s, and really not want this back above 72.50. So I can be, okay, I'm not going to get the add up here. I can be aggressive and hit, you know, hit the bid here on the sell side, and look for this third attempt now to really flush lower. But the way this market's been trading, we've been just constantly bid up. Buyers have been dominant. I don't want to be aggressive on the shorts because lately shorts don't pay. Everything's been to the long side. So I would, if I'm going to add to my trade, I will add at higher prices, not at lower prices. And so I'm just sitting here, just chilling and trying to see, you know, what does this market want to do? This is just a scalp trade, and it's more for educational purposes than actually trying to make some money here. So again, it's holding. They're trying to rotate this back up. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit here. I mean, you guys can just see how slow this trade is. And you see this liquidity coming in here at 69.50. That's so funny. So look, I was talking to a friend of mine, showing him that of what we wanted to pay attention to. So what I'm going to see is when we come back down and test the 69.50 area, is this guy going to hold and just absorb all the selling and rotate back up? If so, I'm just going to bail out of the short and look for the rotation back up and just play this tight little range here, you know, on a one lot and just scalp back and forth. So you'll see as we rotate back down here, I'm going to, I believe I bring my mouse up here and I start waiting to see if I should hit the bid on this trade and just exit it. So now the pace of the trade is starting to speed up, right? Now we're starting to go through a little bit faster, seeing some contracts really here sweeping the bid here. There we go, some size coming in. All right, so you see my mouse comes up here to 69.50 and I want to assess. Are we going to trade through that liquidity? And boom, we took it out pretty quickly. Do we hold it? Iceberg order coming in, 1100 traded, and we held it. I'm good to go for now. Just going to sit here. Oh, there we go, boom. And you see that flush? There we go. You see how once we got below those 69.50s, that buyer left. You see this big circle here in the Jigsaw platform shows a large sell order executed throughout the liquidity. Then we get some couple more stop runs here. Look, there's your stop run right there. Nothing really hitting into the offer, and just boom, 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 boom. That's what a stop run looks like. That's the flush. So there you have it. Again, that's the shift in momentum that we had. We were pretty much on the long side after the first initial drop in the early morning, and then once we could not, you know, extend the highs, and we dropped through open. We dropped out of yesterday's range on really good delta, on really good volume. I'm looking for the continuation play. Unfortunately, you know, we only got in one scale in right here, but it doesn't matter. The fact is, what we want to pay attention to is the execution. The execution was spot on. We waited for the rotation back up. The pace of the trade died down on the buy side. They could not lift above 72.50. So the best entry you could have got on the short was 72.50. I got in at 72.25. That's just how it happened. And then you know, we got the scale out on this kind of looks like almost like a bear flag, and then boom, there's the stop run that we anticipated. All those guys trying to buy here, trying to buy the low and take this back up, did not work out for them, and we pushed lower and we got our target. So that was just a quick trade I wanted to show you guys on what a you know, a shift in momentum looks like, and you know, what's the optimal way to try to enter this trade, either all in or looking to scale in. So hope this makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling on a little bit right now, so any questions, feel free to leave the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and again, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. I wish you all well. I wish you guys a great trading day tomorrow for the end of the week, and take care, fellas.
Combining all of those skills together, the art and the science, the thinking and the doing, was what resulted in the exceptional result.